I thought we would do something a little different, do a nice little follow me along video for the night while I am working away covering 2 different hospitals. So at this point in the night, it's probably about 8 or 9 p.m. at night. I've had a few admits between both of the hospitals that I cover. So the priority right now is to place the admission orders, make sure everybody has a diet, and to make sure that any other critical pages or issues are handled within a very appropriate, timely manner. I can do all of this from home. I have a nice remote login on my computer for my EMR that we use for the hospital, and I don't have to rush in to do 3/4 of the work that I have. I do cover 2 hospitals at night when we're on our night shift. Biggest learning curve for me, more when I was starting out. But over time, you learn how to triage your work, you learn how to handle it, and you learn how to make sure the critical stuff gets handled first. I have one hospital that's closer to my house, about 3 minutes away at the most, and the other one's about 20 minutes away, so I tend to start at the closer hospital, let the work build up at the second one before I head up there for the night. Just right now working on the orders until my study distraction comes in and says hello, wants some petting, and wants to remind me that she is the priority for now. After all of the initial prep work is done, time to blow out all of the candles, turn off the light to the desk, and time to head in for the night. Gotta lock the door. I've been watching a lot of that Night Stalker documentary on Netflix, and I don't really love the fact of someone breaking into my house while I'm not around. Gotta make sure I grab my sweatshirt for the hospital. Anything that I wear into the hospital at night or during the day, I will not bring into the house, because you don't know what kind of bacteria or viruses or anything are hanging around your clothes. So they go in the laundry bin in the garage, and we'll get ready to head out. At this point in the night, I realize I forgot my coffee mug, so it's going to be a huge struggle to take off my coronavirus covered shoes, head back into the house, make sure that I get this, because who wants to go through the night shift without any coffee? Alright, that is much better, so let's relock the door, let's get our shoes back on, and let's head in for the night. Tonight I'm taking the toy to work because my baby, the Jeep, needs some work done, like the oil pan is cracked or something, and so it's not able to be driven right now until it's time to drive it up to the shop. At this point in the night, I'm arriving at the first hospital to see the patients. Patient care is always going to take the priority over charting or anything else, so gotta briefly pop in to see everybody. You can always put in critical orders and chart later in the night once everybody is seen and all the critical stuff is handled. Always a struggle at this point to get on my N95. Can have some issues with it for the first one of the evening, but it just was really not cooperating with me tonight. Alright, here we are arriving at the second hospital. There wasn't too much to see at the first hospital, so I didn't really feel like bringing the camera in and walking around with it. But I'm going to get everything done, get the mask back on, and we'll head in and go start rounding on the people that I've admitted at this hospital. Gotta make sure you step for your temperature check. Luckily for me that I passed, I have no fever, I have no coronavirus symptoms, and I am currently fully vaccinated. Once we arrived, it's time to open up the EMR to see exactly where all the patients are, because sometimes they move from the ER up to the floor, sometimes they move rooms in the ER as they get triaged and get stabilized, but we have to make sure that everybody is where they are supposed to be. You can't forget about the HIPAA privacy laws, so unfortunately this is about where you guys need to check out. Before it's time to head up to the floor, gotta get our last sip of coffee, put on that N95 and get ready to go start seeing everybody. Of course, making time to quickly pose for everybody, take a stupid picture, and then let's head on out. Now comes my least favorite part of the night, where I sit down for hours to dictate all of my notes. Time to do all the history and physical exams, document everything that I've seen, that I've done, the plans that I'm thinking of doing for all of the patients, finish all of any new orders that may have come up while I was seeing everybody, and just hours in front of a computer screen. The good thing that I find about my employer / the practice that I work for is they give us all a laptop, which gives me access to any outpatient record that may exist, which is great because I hate duplicating orders. I hate repeating imaging or exposing patients to radiation if they've already had something in the past 3 to 6 months. Some of the lab work doesn't need to be done. Some of the imaging you can defer to something they did as an outpatient. It saves your patient a lot of stress and hassle, and saves obviously everybody a lot of money. So during that time, I just sit around, check the outpatient records, get everybody admitted, get all the notes done, and endlessly sit and dictate. So during all of that dictation time, I ended up getting another admit down back at Hospital 1. So unfortunately, it is time to head back out and speed off into the night to go finish up my charting and see one more person before hopefully my shift comes to an end. Well, we are back at hospital number 1 to wrap up call for the night. So if you enjoyed this follow me along video, please like the video, subscribe for more, or let me know if there's any other little follow-me videos that you want me to do by letting me know below. I had fun doing it. Can't really do a follow me during the day just because the hospitals are a lot busier and there's a lot more people around. But other than that, this was fun. Until next time, thank you for following me around my night shift. All right, take care. Bye.